Hey guys, so today I want to do a quick little video just because I want to talk a little bit about VR, and of course you can use VR stands for virtual reality, and I have two of my VR kind of glasses over here. I'm not sure if you call it glasses, but you put it on your head. So first I have the super expensive HTC Vive here, which is one of the best VR headsets right now. PlayStation is also coming out with their PlayStation VR thing, and you have Oculus Rift, which is another one which costs around, I think it's like around $500 or something. I think the PlayStation one is also around that. This one around 1,000, and this one here, which is the Samsung Gear VR, which you use with a phone, which Samsung has made with the Oculus. So basically you need like a new Samsung Galaxy S7 or like a Galaxy S6. It doesn't work with the S5 as far as I can know, but the S6 and S7 lineups most should pretty work there. So I want to talk a little bit about it, what is a little bit different about them. So of course with this one, if you just buy this one, it costs I think around 120 bucks or something, 100 euro. But then of course you need a new phone, okay? So maybe if you have someone that has a new phone, it can be nice there because then you can kind of borrow it. So the first thing that's very good to know is even if you buy the HTC Vive here for like 1,200 bucks or something, you also need a super expensive computer, either a laptop with like a GTX 980 graphics card, and that's gonna go for another 3,000 bucks. Or you need a desktop computer, which might be a good one. You can get for 1,000 bucks now that works with the VR or something, maybe a little bit cheaper. But you need a very good computer. So I mean, this one the price in the end is going to cost a lot because you need kind of like a bigger sort of setup to have that running on. Of course, one main difference between these two is that with the HTC Vive, you put out sensors in your room, 2 sensors, and then you can basically walk around in the experience. So it feels way more realistic when you can walk around, and that you get these 2 controllers that you get along, so you can pick up stuff and everything. It's extremely cool actually. You don't get any controllers with the Gear VR. The only controllers you have is like this little joystick here on the side, so you can tap it to do stuff in game, and you can also tap here to go on the side. The Hot has a back button, volume up and down keys, and one main thing here also different is this one, you have a little focus bar up here at the top that you need to use to get a good focus, because the focus is not always the best on this one. Sometimes it can get extremely blurry or something, and sometimes you have to adjust how it sits on your head and stuff like that. That's something you don't have a focus thing on the HTC Vive. You just put it on and you just get a good image instantly actually. You might, I've never used this one, but it might be some kind of focus thing, but I mean most of the times this one has good instantly when you put it on. So that is one big thing. Of course this one is a little bit heavier, but I think the both feels very good in on the head. And I gotta say, of course the image quality is better on the HTC Vive. I gotta say it's not that bad. It's not that bad on the Gear VR actually. It actually is pretty good, and some experiences you can get with this is pretty cool actually. You have these cool games where you like tap on balls that comes up and everything. It's extremely cool actually. It's kind of sad that you can't show like the experience, but there is so many apps that you can get with the Samsung and the Oculus store. They have a ton of apps for this one, which is pretty amazing. And I gotta say it's pretty amazing for how low cost you can actually get this VR experience. And the biggest difference of course here is the price difference, that this one is way more affordable. And I have to say, some people said that it's really bad, but I gotta say this one is actually quite impressive for the price, and that you can get this like sort of experience, like you can watch Netflix You can use your Netflix account, and you feel like you're sitting in a cinema, which is extremely cool. I've had some problems sometimes with the Samsung phone, that it is heating up, and you have to like cool it down sometimes. You can't use it, so that is definitely a downside using or getting this Gear VR here, that it can get too hot and then you cannot use the this thing anymore. That rarely happens on the HTC Vive. If it does, then usually it is because you have too many programs up on your computer. You just close down everything, and of course overall this one is way more superior when it comes to real games, more like story games, just because of the controllers. But something that can also be good to know right now is knowing that a lot of games are in like a beta stage. So a lot of games is recently launched and they're not always that good. Sometimes they can be extremely buggy and glitchy, but this one is mostly not for game, as I would say. This one is mostly is to start to experience how this VR thing is. After I bought this one, I instantly bought this one because I saw how, if this one is amazing, then this one is gonna be so super more amazing. And I gotta say, something that's also is extremely nice with this one is you don't have any cables around yourself. This one obviously has cables that goes into the computer, so you have this like big large cables that goes behind you. And if you want to play in a big room area, you have to set it up, the sensors and everything. You might have to buy some stands. This one you just instantly put on and you can instantly start to go into apps and try it out. I still have only tried out like 10 or like 20 apps, and there's like so many new ones that you can always go and try new experiences. And I gotta say, it's pretty cool, but the quickness of this one is what's making it extremely attractive, and that the HTC Vive needs to become a little bit easier to instantly start up, that you don't have to use a computer, like that everything should be inside of this one. It's gonna be very, very nice in the future, but there are really some epic games on this one, and it is really amazing, these VR things, because it's gonna get more popular. And here you can see I just put in my S7 here, and it also has a thing you can put on here if you don't want to see the phone, but I don't really care about that. So when you plug it off, it goes instantly back. As you can see, Gear VR, it instantly opens up the app automatically, which is very, very nice. So yeah, just a quick little video talking a little bit about that. I love them both, and I'm probably gonna get the PlayStation one or maybe the Oculus one as well, because I mean, this really is the future. I mean, it's just gonna become more and more like this, because it really, really feels realistic. And this is just, how long has these virtual things been out? Just a few years. I think 2013 or something it started to come out on the market, so it's just going to be more and more epic in the future. I will have a link in the description if you want to check out the Gear VR. Of course, it's an affiliate link. So yeah, but I quickly just wanted to talk about it because I really, really think this is a nice little accessory to phones. And yeah, have a nice day.